Welcome to today's broadcast of Carroll High School Athletics. This is CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports. Now, here are your Carroll Chargers.
Hello and welcome to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. I'm Matthew James, and I'll be calling today's game for you between the visiting Homestead Spartans and your Carroll Chargers. And now the starting lineups for both teams. First, the visiting Spartans. Leading off and playing shortstop, number 8, Hillary Cartman. Batting second and playing center field, number 2, Sarah Galovich. Batting third and pitching, number 10, Tori Strelick. Batting cleanup and playing left field, number 21, Kaylin Harrell. Batting fifth and catching is number 11, Allison Gallmeyer. Batting sixth then is the designated hitter, number 15, Jessica Schneider. Batting seventh and playing second base, number 1, Bailey Willis. Batting eighth and playing first base, number 35, Katrina Miller. And batting ninth and playing third base, number 13, Veronica Grote. And now the lineups for your Carroll Chargers. Leading off and playing first base, number 12, Heather Schmidt. Batting second and playing second base, number 2, Mackenzie DePremio. Batting third and playing center field, number 14, Allie Richard. Batting cleanup and playing third base, number 10, Ashley Unger. Batting fifth and catching, number 8, Danny Schneiderwine. Batting sixth and playing shortstop, number 11, Emily Catanzarite. Batting seventh is the designated hitter, number 7, Jackie Phipps. Batting eighth and playing right field, number 1, Autumn Zonker. And batting ninth and playing left field, number 17, Brianne Hand. Those are the lineups for both teams. We will be right back with the start of the game here on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You're listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello everybody and welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. Katie Gebbard has thrown her warm-up pitches and we are just about set for the first pitch here to Hillary Cartman. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. The pitch was at the knees, good location. Gebbard is pitching like she normally does. She pitches a lot for this Charger team, but with the underhanded motion in softball, it doesn't put as much wear and tear on the arm. Second pitch down and in for ball 1. 1-1 count. Hillary Cartman is playing shortstop for Homestead, who's ranked number 25 in the state coming into the game. Third pitch is a grounder hit out to second for DePremio, flips it over to Schmidt for out number 1. So a quick out to good start for Katie Gebbard. And coming up second is number 2, Sarah Galovich, who is playing center field for the Spartans.
Center fielder, Sarah Galovich.
The infield has been strong for Carroll so far in the season, especially on the right side with and first pitch up and in with DePremio and Schmidt. The left side of the infield, Unger, has been very good this season, but Catanzarite's had a couple of errors that she normally wouldn't make, but we'll see if she can improve on that today. Second pitch is hit right out to her, and she fields it cleanly, throws it across the diamond, and 2 quick outs for Katie Gebbard. Coming up third for Homestead is number 10 pitcher Tori Strelick. She will not be being hit for, have somebody hit for like her counterpart, Will Gebbard is having Jackie Phipps bat for her in the home half of the inning possibly, or whenever her spot comes up. First pitch is lined into center field for a base hit. First pitch single for Strelick. And that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Kaylin Harrell. She is one of the seniors on this team, but there aren't a lot of them. There is a lot of youth. There are a few sophomores, 5 to be exact, on the team. And we'll see what Harrell can do. She is playing left field today. So a runner on first with 2 down, and the first pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. Gebbard's throwing she hasn't thrown with a ton of velocity, but her location has been good so far early in the game. Second pitch is swung high in the air into foul ground, drifts hand, and she makes the catch in foul territory for out number 3. So that'll be a quick first inning for Gebbard. We will be right back with the home half of the first here on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You're listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello everybody and welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. We are just about set for the bottom of the first inning to start, and due up for your Chargers are Heather Schmidt, Mackenzie DePremio, and Allie Richard. Tori Strelick is on the hill today for the visiting Homestead Spartans. She got a single in and at bat in the top half of the inning for Homestead, and we'll see what she can do on the mound. The first pitch is swung on and missed by Schmidt for strike one. Schmidt was well over the top of that ball as Strelick in our first pitch shows a long wound out motion, moves her arms up, in, and then throws. Second pitch, he has a lot of spin on it, grounded out to short to Hillary Cartman, and she gets Schmidt just in time. Good throw from Cartman across the diamond. We've seen a couple of good pretty good hard-hit grounders. That one wasn't hit so hard, but some good throws across the diamond from second and short from both teams so far. So due up now for Carroll is second baseman Mackenzie DePremio. The first pitch is a little bit high for ball one. She is one of the better contact hitters on this team. She will get on base a lot, and that's always what you want out of people hitting early in the lineup. Second pitch is over the inside corner for strike one. That was good location. Looked up maybe a little bit inside, but it was at the knees, and that's good command of the fastball. Third pitch is a fastball hit foul in and catcher could not make the play. Good effort from Allison Gallmeyer, but could not quite reach it. So DePremio falls behind in the count 1-2. With one out, nobody on for Carroll, and no score here in the bottom of the first inning. Into the motion is Strelick, and the pitch is low for ball two. She has a long motion where she brings her arms up, then as she takes her right leg back, comes in with her right elbow, and then throws. The pitch, and DePremio lines it, but is caught by the shortstop Cartman again, and that was just great reflexes. DePremio hit that one hard, but unfortunately for her, right at Cartman. So that will bring up Allie Richard, who's playing center field today for the Chargers like she normally does. She is one of the better hitters in the lineup, who has more power than most of the team. We'll see what she can do in her first at bat today. First pitch to her is over the outside corner for a strike. Good pitch, took a little bit off of it, but that was no doubt a strike at the belt. So quickly ahead, 0-1 is Strelick. Into the windup for the second pitch, which is a breaking ball that is swung over top of for strike two. So quickly behind 0-2 is Richard. We'll see if she can rebound here and not strike out on three pitches. Strelick is into the windup. The pitch is hit back to Cartman again, and another catch is made. So 3 outs, all hit to the shortstop, and a 1-2-3 inning for Strelick. That will be the end of one. We will be right back with the top of the second inning here on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You're listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello everybody and welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. Just about set for the top of the second inning, and due up for Homestead are the 5, 6, 7 hitters, Gallmeyer, Schneider, and Wills. First pitch is a ball on Gallmeyer, who is catching tonight for Homestead, so a 1-0 count. Gubbard's second pitch is over but low for ball two. And she made a really quick pitch at the beginning of the at-bat, so it is 3-0, and the pitch is taken for a strike, so making it 3-1, and Gubbard's got to regain some control here. She doesn't want to walk the leadoff hitter here in the second inning, but we'll see what happens. 3-1 count, and the pitch is inside, and that will be a 5-pitch walk on Gallmeyer. So not great control shown by Gubbard there. And coming up now is the designated hitter number 15, Jessica Schneider. She is batting for right fielder Mariah Matovich. So a runner on first for Homestead, and the first pitch to Schneider is fouled back, strike one on the bunt attempt. We see a lot of these sacrifice bunts at the high school level, some successful, some not so successful. That one was fouled back. So we'll see if Gallmeyer is going here. Gubbard's pitch is bunted. Good bunt. Dies off the bat. Schmidt throws it to Premio, covering the bag, but that will advance Gallmeyer to second. So a runner in scoring position with one out for the second baseman, number 1, Bailey Wills. We'll see what she can do. She has not seen any action in the field yet for Homestead. That has all belonged to the shortstop, Hillary Cartman. Gubbard into the windup, and the first pitch is swung on and fouled off for strike one. Gubbard has been good so far in getting first pitch strikes, and gets another one there on Wills. We'll see what hitting she can do with the runner in scoring position. A single could bring home Gallmeyer, and the pitch is up high for ball one. So one's across the scoreboard right now. Number 1 at the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out, with 1 runner on at second base. So, pitch from Gubbard is hit, a pop-up into center, and is caught by Richard for out number 2. So the runner stays on second, and coming up now is the first baseman, number 35, Katrina Miller. We'll see if she can bring home the runner at second. She is on from a leadoff walk and a sacrifice bunt. So Gubbard sets, gets the signs, and now into the windup. The pitch is hit right at Ashley Unger, who catches it on the fly for out number 3. So another quick inning despite the leadoff walk. Allison Gallmeyer stranded at second after the leadoff walk, and that will be the end of 1.5. We will be right back with the bottom of the second inning on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You're listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. Carroll just about set to bat in their half of the second inning with the middle of the lineup, the 4-5-6 hitters, Unger, Schneiderwine, and Catanzarite. First pitch to Unger is hit into right center field. Drifting over is the center fielder, and it drops. Galovich could not get to it, and Unger is on with a leadoff double. She saw that ball drop, and she was already on her way to second. She recognized that one quickly and did not hesitate at first base. So she is quickly in scoring position for Carroll with nobody out. And now up is Danny Schneiderwine, the catcher, in today's game. First pitch from Strelick is high and a little inside for ball one. That pitch was at Schneiderwine's chin, so she's definitely got to bring the ball down a little. 1-0 count, and the second pitch is a good slider. Swung on and missed for strike one. That one started over the middle of the plate and ended on the outside corner. Good movement. 1-1 count, and the pitch is inside. It backs up Schneiderwine off the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Strelick doesn't have the control she had in the first inning, early here in the second. And the fourth pitch to Schneiderwine is a sinking fastball that is swung over top of Schneiderwine. 2 balls and 2 strikes with Unger on second, nobody out. The pitch is swung on and fouled back right up at us here at the backstop, and it remains a 2-2 count. Unger is not going here so far. She's not attempted to steal a base, and in softball, they have the odd rule, no leadoffs. So she is on the base oddly, and that one hit into the opposite field right at the right fielder, Mariah Matovich, who is not hitting so today, so somebody's hitting for her. And Schneiderwine flies out. Unger will stay at second, and now up is number 11, Emily Catanzarite, the shortstop, for her first at-bat of the day. She made a nice play in the field back in the first inning, and we'll see what she can do at the plate. Strelick's first pitch to her is right down Broadway for strike one. That pitch was at the waist, a good pitch that Catanzarite probably could have hit if she swung at it, but does not. A 1 count, and the second pitch is hit into center field, and the catch is made by Galovich, and quickly there are 2 outs here after the leadoff double by Unger. And now coming up for Carroll is the designated hitter, number 7, Jackie Phipps. She is hitting in place of the pitcher, Katie Gubbard, today. She is one of the better hitters in the lineup and has a lot of pull. First pitch is a changeup that is taken high for strike one, or ball one, excuse me. So 1-0 count. Strelick has fallen behind the first four hitters, or the couple of the hitters here in the second inning for Carroll. And that pitch backs up Phipps, but is on the inside corner anyway for strike one. That one looked a little bit inside. It backed up Phipps a couple of steps, but nevertheless is 1-1 on her. Strelick's third pitch is a good changeup that is swung over top of and is quickly 1-2 on Phipps, one strike away from getting out of the inning after allowing a leadoff double to Unger. The pitch is way outside. Good job by Gommeyer to keep it from going behind her, and it is a 2-2 count on Phipps. Strelick is getting the sign quickly into the windup. And the pitch is a good breaking ball inside. Phipps swings over it, and that is out number 3. So after allowing the leadoff double, Strelick gets through Snyderline, Catanza right to Phipps without any trouble, and the score is still tied at 0 after 2. We'll be right back with the top of the third inning on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You're listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello everybody and welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. Set for the top of the third and drew up for Homestead are the 9-1-2 hitters, Grote, Cartman, and Galovich. First pitch is bunted by Veronica Grote and is in foul territory for strike one. Grote is playing at third base today for the Spartans and is batting at the bottom of the order. Decent speed though, but not a great hitter. 0-1 count on Grote. Gubbard gets the sign, and the pitch is over the inside corner but low for ball one. That pitch was at the ankles, not quite high enough, but elevates the ball a little bit. That pitch had good location and was definitely over the plate. Third pitch is over the plate again, this time high. 2 balls and a strike. Seems Gubbard over-adjusted a little bit. She throws a little bit of a rising, then sinking fastball, not a lot of speed. And pitched is grounded right at DePremio. Good technique, keeps it in front of her and throws over to Schmidt for out number 1. There's not a lot of wind in today's game. It's down from most of the other games I've had so far, but it's still blowing about 8 miles an hour into right field. And now up for Homestead is the leadoff hitter, number 8, Hillary Cartman. She has been busy in the field, and the first pitch to her is a changeup that she pops up on the right side of the infield, and Heather Schmidt, calling for it, makes the catch. So that is 2 down quickly for Homestead, and now up for the second time today is the center fielder, number 2, Sarah Galovich. In her first at bat, she grounded out to short. So we'll see what she does here. And the first pitch to her is a changeup that is taken high for ball 1. Gubbard's throwing a lot of those today. She doesn't throw a lot of fast pitches, but her breaking stuff has been effective. There's a fastball, but it is low and inside for ball 2, so 2-0 count on Galovich. Quickly falling behind. Gubbard's hasn't done that a lot in today's game, and third pitch to her is right down Broadway with the fastball. 2 balls and a strike. I cannot believe Galovich did not swing at that. That one was at the belt. She could have blasted it, but didn't, and it's a 2-1 count. She takes a breaking ball that falls low and gets past Snyderline, and it is a 3-1 count on Galovich. Gubbard's already walked 1 hitter in the game. Her control is a little bit up and down, as it normally is. And we'll see if she can rebound here and avoid putting Galovich on. And she does, and a good backhanded stop on the grounder to Catanzarite. Throws across the diamond, and that will be out number 3. Very nice play by Catanzarite, and that will be a 1-2-3 inning for Gubbard and Carroll. The score after 2.5, still tied at 0. We'll be right back with the bottom of the third here on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You're listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello everybody and welcome back to CSBN, the worldwide leader in charge of sports. Just about set for the bottom of the third inning, and due up are the 8-9-1 hitters Zonker, Hand, and Schmidt. First pitch to Zonker is inside and a little low for ball one. Strelick has fallen behind on the last two hitters for Carroll on the first pitch. 1-0 count, and the pitch is a changeup that is over the outside corner at the belt for strike one. Good pitch. Had a little bit of bite on it at the end, looked almost like a slider. Third pitch is another slider and swung on and missed by Zonker. And she is behind 1 and 2 on Strelick, excuse me. The pitch is swung on and missed by Zonker. So after a ball, she strikes out on 3 straight swings, and that is the second strikeout of the game for Strelick. And now up is the number 9 hitter, number 17, Brianna Hand, who is playing left field today. First pitch, she hits into right center field, and that is over the head of the right fielder, Mariah Matovich. Hand is rounding second. She is going into third, and she will make it in there safely with a triple with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. That was a good piece of hitting. She hit a fastball over the outside corner into the opposite field, and it one hopped off the wall over the head of Matovich. So now we are back at the top of the lineup with leadoff hitter Heather Schmidt, the first baseman. First pitch to her is a changeup a little high, and Carroll has a great scoring opportunity now with Hand on third. She has good speed. She hit it and immediately went to third after Matovich fell down at chasing the ball, so she got a little extra time. The second pitch to Schmidt is over the inside corner for strike one. 1-1 count, and the third pitch is inside. It gets past Gallmeyer, but not far enough for a Hand to come in and score. It is a 2-1 count on Schmidt. She grounded out to short in her first at bat. See what she does here with a good RBI opportunity. Third pitch, and the pitch is upstairs for ball 3. So a 3-1 count, Schmidt ahead of Strelick, with the score still tied here in the bottom of the third. And good sinking fastball from Strelick, and it is a full count with a runner on third with 1 out in the bottom of the third. So we'll see with the payoff pitch, Strelick, it is fouled back by Schmidt right at the backstop. So we will do it again. It remains a full count on Schmidt. Schmidt has looked pretty good with her swing so far. She is not missing the ball. She has fouled it off a couple times, but has definitely made contact. The pitch is taken at the knees over the inside corner, and that will be strike 3. So a backwards carry. That pitch looked a little bit low possibly, but the umpire thinks otherwise. So Hand still on third for Mackenzie DePremio, who lined out to short in her first at bat. And that changeup, a very slow one, is taken up and away for ball 1. DePremio is one of the better hitters, as I said the last time she was up. And ahead 1-0, she fouls this one straight back at us again. And it is a 1-1 count on DePremio. She, like Schmidt, has made contact for the most part on her swings. She's fouled off a couple, and she just needs to get her bat in the right spot, and she can pull through for Carroll with a hit. The pitch to her is upstairs at her head, almost, and it is a 2-1 count on DePremio. Strelick is moving quickly for Homestead in this game. She's not taking a lot of time between pitches. Already back into her windup, and DePremio hits it in the left. Is it going to drop? Yes, but in foul territory. And the shortstop, third baseman, and left fielder all converge on it, but none could get there. And it is a 2-2 count on DePremio. She is trying to slow down the pace a little bit. Strelick's been ready for a few seconds already as DePremio takes a practice swing. Into the windup, and she hits it into left center field. Drifting over is the center fielder Galovich, and she will make the catch. So after a triple from Hand, Strelick responds with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. So Carroll will strand the runner at third, and that will end 3. Still no score here at the Dino Gorsuch Athletic Complex. We will be right back with the 4th inning on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You're listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello everybody and welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. Just about set for the top of the 4th inning, and due up with the 3-4-5 hitters Strelick, Carroll, and Gomeyer. First pitch to Strelick is down and in for ball 1. Govard's second pitch is swung on and fouled back to the backstop again. A little bit under it was Strelick, and it is a 1-1 count. Strelick has the only hit for Homestead so far. Back in the 1st inning, she has a single. Important game for Carroll. This is the 5th conference game for them in the NHC. They've been successful in their first 4. And the 3rd pitch from Govard is up and away for ball 2. Carroll has a 3-1 record so far in the conference. And we'll see what they can do in the 5th game here against a Homestead team ranked number 25 in the state. The pitch is popped up in the infield. The Premio under it, and she will make the catch. So Strelick is now 1 for 2, and due up now is the cleanup hitter, number 21, Kaylin Harrell. She flew out to left in her first at bat,
21.
And we'll see what she does in the second. She has a lot of power, as we saw in batting practice earlier. First pitch to her is a good changeup from Govard, swung over top of by Harrell for strike 1. Top of the 4th here. It's been a pitcher's duel so far, and there's no score in the game. Govard's second pitch is swung on and fouled off it near the Carroll dugout. And quickly ahead, 0-2 is Govard. She does not have a strikeout yet in the game, while her counterpart Strelick already has 3. Govard's not really a power pitcher. The pitch is swung on and hit into deep left, but foul. So it remains an 0-2 count on Harrell. That one was hit hard. So we'll see what Govard does. She's still ahead 0-2. She could waste a pitch if she wanted to. I've never been a big fan of that strategy personally. I'd rather just get the hitter out as soon as I possibly could. And that's what I did when I was pitching, when I play. And the pitch from Govard is a very slow changeup over the inside corner, taken for strike 3. So there's her first strikeout of the game, and 2 quick outs Govard has here in the top of the 4th. And now due up is the catcher, number 11, Allison Gomeyer, who walked and got to second on a sacrifice bunt in her first at bat. We'll see what she does here. And the first pitch is taken at the knees for strike 1. Possibly a little glow. Good job by Snyderwine to frame it. Good catchers are able to do that, and she is a good defensive catcher. Ahead 0-1 and a bunt attempt. Schmidt takes it to Premio, covering the bag, and that will be out number 3. So a very quick, efficient 1-2-3 inning for Carroll, and through 3.5 to score. There is still no score here on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. We'll be right back with the bottom of the 4th.
You're listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello everybody and welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. Just about set for the bottom of the 4th inning, and due up is the heart of the order for Carroll. The 3-4-5 hitters Richard, Unger, and Snyderwine. In Allie Richards' first at bat, she popped up to short, which was a common theme in the first inning. We'll see what she does here. A very good contact hitter who can square around quickly and is capable of changing the game with one swing of the bat. We'll see what she does here in a moment. Strelick is taking a little bit of time as Richard calls time and now steps in. First pitch of the inning from Strelick is down and in for ball 1. She is starting to lose a little bit of control, but her breaking pitches have been very good so far in the game, especially her slider, with a lot of movement. We see it right there, and over the outside corner, Richard is able to foul it off. The hitters of Carroll have not had a lot of success on the slider so far, but they've had success on a fastball and changeup, as they have 2 hits so far. And that pitch is grounded to Cartman at short. The throw is high, and a great defensive play made by Katrina Miller at first, who was off the bag in the air and makes the tag on Richard for out number 1. That was a good play. She had to take her foot off the bag and realized that and made the tag on Richard in midair. So due up is the cleanup hitter, Ashley Unger, who's been the most consistent hitter for Carroll this season, in my mind. First pitch is popped up into center. Galovich camps up under it and makes the catch. So 2 quick outs now for Strelick for Homestead, and due up is Danny Schneiderwine, the catcher. She flew out, to right field in her first at bat. And the first pitch to her is swung on and popped up to second, and a great leaping catch, full extension made by the second baseman, Bailey Wills, and a fantastic effort made. So through 4 innings, still no score here at the Dina Gorsuch Athletic Complex. We'll be right back with the 5th inning here on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You're listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello, Charger fans, and welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. Just about set for the top of the 5th inning, and due up for Homestead are the 6, 7, 8 hitters, Schneider, Wills, and Miller. First is the number 6 hitter, Jessica Schneider, who is she had a sacrifice bunt in her first at bat that was taken by Schmidt and thrown over to Premio, who did a good job covering the bag. First pitch to her second at bat is taken up high for a ball. The infield of Carroll is very well known for having good fundamentals and technique and a great knowledge of the game, and they've shown that here through the first 4 innings of this game, as Gubbard's second pitch is up and away for ball 2. She quickly falls behind Schneider 2-0, and the third pitch is taken over the inside corner at the knees for strike 1. Her fastball seems to sink a little bit at the end. It's a bit of a two-seamer, maybe a sinker. It's a good pitch though, and it has been effective. 2-1 count, and the pitch is fouled off behind Schneiderwine, and it is a 2-2 count. She only has 1 strikeout in the game, does Gubbard, but it was a big one back in the 4th inning, and she has not allowed a base runner since the 2nd inning, and has allowed just 1 hit in the game. The 2-2 pitch is taken over the plate, but a little low, and that will bring the count to full. So the 3-2 count, Schneider has not walked yet. That was Gallmeyer who walked right before her back in the 2nd inning. And the payoff pitch is swung on and hit in the left center field, drifting over is Richard, and she cannot get there. Good job by Richard to cut off the ball, and a great throw right into DePremio, and that will limit Schneider to a single. Nevertheless, that is the 2nd hit of the ball game, and the first since the 1st inning for the visiting Homestead Spartans. And it comes with no outs here in the 5th. Now up for Homestead is the second baseman, number 1, Bailey Wills, who flew out to center in her first at bat. The sacrifice bunt is on. Unger drifts in, and great recognition. She was playing shallow, and she throws to Catanzarite who is covering the bag at second, and that will be the first out of the inning, and Wills will advance to first anyway.
Number 35.
So Wills will take Schneider's place at first, and Katrina Miller, who has done a good job in the field for Homestead, is up now in the number 8 spot, and the first pitch is low for ball 1. In her first at bat, Miller lined out to third. Unger has been playing very good defense for Carroll so far in the game. 1-0 count on Miller with a runner on first. Second pitch, the runner faked going, went a few feet down the line, but goes back as the pitch is high. So 2 balls and no strikes on Miller, who, as we said, lined out. But she made a very good defensive play at first base, tagging the runner down the line. And again, Wills goes a few feet off the bag. The pitch is over the outside corner for strike 1. So a 2-1 count now on Miller. Wills has decent speed at first base. And the 2-1 pitch is swung on over top of the sinker from Gubbard, and it is a 2-2 count. Gubbard's sinker has been working for her. Even if it's up high a little bit, it'll sink down enough so the hitters will chase and swing over top of it. It's been very successful. The 2-2 pitch is a changeup that is hit to Catanzarite, who made a great diving stop but did not have a play. So that will be an infield hit for Miller, and that will advance Wills to second base. So 2 on with 1 out here in the top of the 5th, and Homestead has a good opportunity to finally put a run on the scoreboard. Due up now is the third baseman, number 13, Veronica Grote, who in her first at bat grounded out to second. She steps in. Gubbard is moving quickly. So both pitchers have moved quickly. They are trying to keep a good pace going to this game. And one thing I've forgotten to mention so far, Homestead is wearing shorts instead of the more common baseball pants. I'm not sure why. It's not too hot out, but Homestead is wearing their blue uniforms with yellow trim, and they do look interesting. I'll say that. All the runners, the 2 runners on and the batter have a brace on one of their legs. And now Grote steps in. Gubbard is getting set, and the first pitch is over the inside corner at the knees for strike 1. She could definitely use an out here with 2 runners on and only 1 out. One of those runners, Wills, is in scoring position. The 0-1 pitch is a sinking fastball that is swung on and missed for strike 2. So it is quickly an 0-2 count, and Gubbard needs to finish Grote off right here like she did with Carroll back in the 4th inning. So she's ready. Grote steps back in, and the 0-2 pitch is swung on and is hit to the premio, and it gets past her. And Wills is coming home, and she will score the first run of the game. It belongs to Homestead. So Miller stopped at second. That will be a hit. DePremio made a great effort on the play, but a run has finally scored, and Homestead takes the 1-0 lead in the 5th inning. That will bring up the top of the order, Hillary Cartman, the shortstop, who is 0 for 2. She has grounded out to second and popped up to first. Runners are still on first and second for Homestead. Miller is on second now, Grote at first, and there have been 3 hits in this inning out of the for the 4 batters for Homestead, and the one that didn't get a hit got on a sacrifice bunt, and she was the eventual run. And there is a pinch hitter. Taylor Arnold is pinch running for Miller at second, excuse me. Now, but remember, in the high school level, the players can resub into the game if necessary or if wanted to. So the first pitch to Cartman is a pop-up into pretty deep center. The catch is made by Richard, and Arnold was not able to tag. So a quick out, and that will make it 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning, and will bring up Sarah Galovich, who has grounded out to short twice. The runners remain on first and second with 2 outs, and the score 1-0. The goal now is for Gubbard to just limit the damage. A 1-0 deficit is very overcomable, and Carroll does have the talent and the offense that can come back from that. The first pitch on Galovich is swung on and is hit through the hole between short and third. Arnold is coming around the throw, brings Schneiderwine off of the plate, and that will score Taylor Arnold, and that will make it a 2-0 game. Galovich will advance to second on the play, and it is now 2-0 Homestead. That pitch, that just could not quite be run down by Unger or Catanzarite. Good effort, as the infielders looked very sharp, but the balls have just been hit in the right spot. And that will bring up Tori Strelick. And the first pitch is hit in the left. Hand does not really even have to move, and that will be out number 3. But Homestead strikes first here in the 5th inning. They score with 2 runs on 4 hits, and that will be the end of 4.5. We'll be right back with the bottom of the 5th here on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You're listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello everybody and welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. Just about set for the bottom of the 5th inning, and due up for Carroll are the 6, 7, 8 hitters, Emily Catanzarite, Jackie Phipps, and Autumn Zonker. And none of those 3 have a hit in the game. Catanzarite in her first at bat flew out to center, and Carroll has just 2 hits in the game through 4 innings, and they have not drawn a walk, so not a lot of base runners. The first pitch to Catanzarite is a slider that is low and away for ball 1. She did not chase that one. She was not fooled. That slider had a lot of break on it, but it was a little off the plate. So a 1-0 count. The second pitch is a little bit high. Might have caught the outside corner, but doesn't matter. It is a 2-0 count now on Catanzarite. She has not hit as well as she normally does, but has come on stronger as of late. And the third pitch, though, is a fastball that is over the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. She is not struck out. That was Phipps I was looking at. And the pitch is just outside. So Catanzarite ahead 3-1 on Strelick, who has not issued a walk in the game. She has shown pretty good control, and this is just her second 3-ball count of the day. Into the windup, and the pitch is a little bit high, and Catanzarite will get on with a lead-off walk. Good start for Carroll here in the top of the 5th. It just took 5 pitches for Catanzarite to draw the walk. So now up is the designated hitter, Jackie Phipps, who struck out swinging in her first at-bat back in the 2nd. And the pitch is bunted, and it is caught by the catcher, Allison Garmeyer. And that was a horrible bunt from Jackie Phipps on the bunt attempt. Catanzarite will get back to first in time. And so that was a quick out from Phipps, and now Autumn Zonker is up for Carroll. There is going to be a pinch hitter. Maddie Peterson is going to come up in her place. She has done a good job. She also pitches for Carroll when Gubbard does not, one of the better players on the team. And the first pitch is fouled off by Peterson. Just one of 2 freshmen on the team. I haven't seen her play yet, but she is a major part when she is the pitcher. She fouls off another one. So a quick 0-2 count on Peterson with Catanzarite on first base. She has made good contact, though. She's fouled off both pitches, made solid contact. The pitch is a little up and away, and Catanzarite was almost picked off first. Good throw from Garmeyer, but Miller could not quite make the tag at first. So it is a 1-2 count on Peterson with 1 out, and she fouls off another one right over the glove of Garmeyer into the backstop. So the count remains 1-2. And she has definitely shown that she can be a good contact hitter. She has not missed yet. I wouldn't be surprised to see Strelick throw a little sinker or a slider to try to get her to chase. Instead, she throws a rising fastball that misses high, and it is a 2-2 count now on Peterson. Catanzarite's almost been picked off. On first, she's got to be careful with her leadoffs. The pitch is up and away, and that makes it a full count on Peterson, who has worked her way back from an 0-2 count to draw 3 straight balls. And we'll see what happens. Strelick's pitch is swung on and missed by Peterson for strike 3. So that will be out number 2 in the inning, and that is the 4th strikeout of the game for Strelick. And Brianne Hand is up now. And the first pitch is a ephus almost that was very slow, up and away for ball 1. That one just was very slow. It's almost hard to call it a changeup. It was off the plate anyway, so a 1-0 count. And the pitch is swung on and missed, and Catanzarite is going to be caught in a run down here. She will be tagged out at second on a stolen base attempt that did not work. So that will be the end of 5 innings here at the Dina Gorsuch Athletic Complex. The strategy did not work from Catanzarite, and a bad bunt will lead to a couple of outs. So after 5, the score is Homestead 2, your Chargers 0. We will be right back with the top of the 6th here on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You're listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello, Charger fans, and welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. Just about set for the top of the 6th, and due up are the 4, 5, 6 hitters for Homestead, Carroll, Gallmeyer, and Schneider. And the first pitch to Carroll is upstairs for ball 1. Carroll is 0 for 2 in the game. She has flown out to left and also struck out looking. The only strikeout recorded from Grubard, and the pitch is between the hole at third and short again, and Carroll will get on with a leadoff single for Homestead. That is the first leadoff hit for, nope, that is the second inning in a row that Grubard has surrendered a leadoff single. So she's got to calm down here, and now Allison Gallmeyer, the catcher, is up for the 3rd time. She has walked and grounded out to first. First pitch to her is upstairs for ball 1. It's already 2-0. Hubbard's got to keep Homestead from scoring again if Carroll wants to have an easier shot at the comeback. And the first pitch is grounded to Premio. Could be 2, but she just gets the safe out at first as Carroll advances to second. Premio seemed to rush that decision a little bit. She could have probably tagged Carroll and then thrown it to first for a double play, but decided to just get the safe out at first. So that will advance Carroll to second and bring up Jessica Schneider, the designated hitter, who is 0 for 1. 1 for 1. She has singled, and in the second inning she reached on a sacrifice bunt attempt. And the first pitch to her is down and in, so a 1-0 count, and Carroll is on second. The second pitch from Hubbard is swung on and fouled back by Carroll to the backstop again. That's where a lot of the foul balls have been hit back to. And it is a 1-1 count with 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning, and a runner is on second. Haven't seen a lot of fly balls hit off of Hubbard so far in today's game. And the pitch is swung over top of on the sinking fastball for strike number 2. So a 1-2 count on Schneider, who is hitting for Mariah Matovich, who's playing right field. And she does have a single, and the pitch from Hubbard bounces in the dirt, and the runner is going, and Schneiderwine makes a perfect throw down to Unger, and that will catch Carroll for out number 2. That was a perfect throw. That one got in the dirt just a little bit, but did not bounce away from Schneiderwine, and that was just a bad pitch to run on. So a 2-2 count now on Schneider with nobody on, and that's a big help to the Carroll defense. The pitch from Hubbard is a little up and away, and that will make it a full count with 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of the 6th inning. Hubbard has issued 1 walk in today's game, so her control has been pretty good. And the payoff pitch is in the dirt for ball 4, so that is the 2nd walk she has given up in today's game. And that will put a runner back on for Bailey Wills, the second baseman who has flew out to center field and also reached on a sacrifice bunt and then eventually came around to score. First pitch is in the dirt for ball 1 to Wills. Hubbard has not thrown a ton of pitches in the game, but her control has not been as good in the last 2 innings. Second pitch is in there and is fouled off out of play for a strike. 1-1 count. And Hubbard, even though she hasn't had a lot of speed in today's game, has thrown more strikes than she had in her previous, most recent start. And the improved control is good to see and helpful for Carroll. The pitch is up high, well upstairs. Snyderwine has to stand up to keep it from going behind her, and it is a 2-1 count now on Wills. She sets and is starting to slow down the pace a little. In the windup, and it is a grounder hit to DePremio. She will field it cleanly and throw over to Schmidt at first base for the third out of the inning. So after 5.5, the score is 2-0, Homestead leading your Chargers. We'll be right back with the bottom of the sixth here on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You're listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello everybody and welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. Just about set for the bottom of the sixth inning. The score is 2-0 Homestead, and due up for Carroll are the 9-1-2 hitters Hand, who is continuing her at bat from the last inning when Catan's right was caught stealing, Schmidt and DePremio. First pitch to Hand is fouled back straight up and out of play for strike one. So an 0-1 count on Hand, who in the game has tripled. This is her second at bat, and the second pitch is a fastball that sinks in but is a little high for a 1-1 count. Hand has one of the two hits for Carroll, both of them extra base hits, and the pitch is a slider over the outside corner that called a strike. It looked a little bit low from my vantage point, but is a 1-2 count. The pitch is swung on and popped up foul, and it is going to get out of play. Straight up again. So it remains a 1-2 count, and the ball is going to stay in the netting above home plate here and above the backstop. Well, somebody I'm sure will get that. So it remains a 1-2 count on Hand, who is 1 for 1 in the game, and she hits it, and it'll be a bloop single between the shortstop and left fielder, and that will be the second hit of the game for Hand, who has 2 of the 3 hits for the Chargers in today's game. And that will bring up the top of the order, Heather Schmidt, who is 0 for 2 in the game with a ground out to short and a strikeout back in the third inning. So we'll see what she does here with a runner on first. First pitch is fouled back straight out of play for strike one, 0-1 count. Tori Strelick has gotten ahead of most of the Carroll hitters here, and she is not allowed to run, so is pitching a shutout through 5. The second pitch is a sinking fastball that Schmidt swings over top of, and ahead quickly 0-2 is Strelick. Schmidt's got to be careful here. She's got to try to swing a little bit higher, and she hits that one into foul territory. Chasing it is the third baseman, Veronica Groth, but she cannot quite get there, and the count remains 0-2. Hand has decent speed over there on first base. We'll see if she's going to try to steal. It hasn't looked like it so far. 0-2 count on Schmidt. Strelick into the windup, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Nope, it was foul tipped, just barely. It's hard to see that. But it will stay an 0-2 count as she's starting to make a little bit of contact. And she definitely wants to get a hit. Behind the pitcher, there's a big gap between the second baseman and shortstop. Instead, hits it off the end of the bat, and the diving attempt by the second baseman, Bailey Wills, bounces and hits her in the face. She pops back up though. She's all right. She's nodding over to the umpire, but that will advance Hand to second, and Schmidt will get on at first. So Bailey Wills is okay. She bounces right back up. The ball wasn't moving too fast, and Mackenzie DePremio will come up now for Carroll. So 2 runners on here to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning with no outs and a good scoring opportunity for the Chargers here at home. They have been shut out through 5. DePremio in the game 0 for 2. She's lined out to short and flew out to center, and a good bunt laid down, and she is called out at first. She apparently, the throw beat her by half of a step, if that, on the sacrifice bunt. But that was a very good bunt. It does advance the runners, so Two runners now in scoring position with just one out. Taprini thought she was safe. Everybody up here in the booth thought she was safe, but she was called out. Allie Richard is up now for the Chargers with two runners in scoring position. A hit will score at least one. And she hits one into foul ground in right field. Nobody's going to get to it. And it is an 0-1 count. Richard is 0 for 2 in the game. She has popped up to short and also has grounded out to short. Hillary Cartman's been busy at shortstop today and has made 4 assists in the game at the position. So behind 0-1 is Richard, and the pitch from Strelick is grounded right back to her. She looks back the runners and makes the throw over to first. So that is a big out for Tori Strelick. And now there are 2 outs, but still 2 runners in scoring position for the cleanup hitter, Ashley Unger, the third baseman, who she has doubled and flew out to center in the game. So she has made a lot of contact. We'll see what she can do here. There's a big gap in left center field if she could hit it there. The pitch is taken low for ball 1. Good eye from Unger. She's played a very good game today. She has one of the 4 Carroll hits and has also made a couple of good plays in the field. Second pitch is up high for ball 2. So a 2-0 count on Unger. Strelick moving quickly here as she is into the windup. And the pitch is a good change-up, good off-speed pitch that is fouled back for strike 1. So a 2-1 count now on Unger with 2 outs and runners on second and third for the Chargers, who have not scored yet in the game. We'll see what happens here as the pitch from Strelick is fouled back straight out of play, and now it is a 2-2 count on Unger. Strelick has 4 strikeouts in the game. She recorded 1 in the 5th inning. Was her last one on Maddie Peterson. And the pitch to Unger is swung on and fouled off high and behind us. And the count will remain 2-2 with 2 runners on here. Carroll is trailing 2-0. They have not been able to muster any runs off of Strelick so far. The pitch is, she is out in front of it. It is popped up. It is drifting to the left, but in foul ground, the catch is made by the third baseman, Veronica Grote. So a big scoring opportunity is wasted, and it will still remain 2-0. We're heading to the top of the 7th inning here on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You're listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello, Charger fans, and welcome back once again to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. Just about set for the top of the 7th and possibly final inning here. And due up for Homestead are the 8-9-1 hitters, Miller, Grote, and Cartman. First pitch to Miller is a pitch that is check swing on, and she held up on the pitch that was just a little bit high for ball 1. Hubbard's pitched a pretty good game so far and has not allowed a lot of fly balls. There's a pop-up on the right down the first base line for Heather Schmidt, who will drift over and make the catch for out number 1. So that will bring up Veronica Grote, the third baseman. She has grounded out to second and singled and eventually got to third, but she was stranded there. So she is 1 for 2, and the first pitch to her is a changeup that is at the knees for strike 1. Hubbard's looked pretty good so far, other than a little blemish in the 5th. She has moved pretty quickly. And the first pitch is hit right to Catan's right at short. She fields it cleanly and makes a good throw across the diamond for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the 7th. And that will bring up the leadoff hitter, shortstop Hillary Cartman, who is 0 for 3. She has grounded out to second, popped up to first, and flew out to center. So this is her 4th at bat. We'll see what she can do. Hubbard is set and into the windup. The pitch is a changeup that sinks a little bit too far. So that is ball 1. 1-0 count. Well, it was just a little bit low. It was over the plate, but she could not get Cartman to chase it. The pitch is up and in on the fastball, but swung on over the top anyway by Cartman, and that will be a strike. 1-1 count on Cartman, who has played very well in the field today, but has not played well. She has not hit well, as she is 0 for 3. Gubbard's third pitch to her is upstairs for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. With nobody on and 2 outs, here in the top of the 7th inning, the score is 2-0 Homestead. Gubbard sets, and the pitch is hit into center field. Drifting over is Richard, who makes a spectacular diving catch, ranging to her right, and makes a very nice backhanded catch in the outfield. She dove for it. Great effort and a great catch. So that will end 6.5. We'll be right back with the bottom of the 7th inning here on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You're listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. We're just about set for the bottom of the 7th, and if there was not extra innings, final inning here at the Dinar Gorsuch Athletic Complex. The score is 2-0 Homestead, and due up for Carroll are the 5, 6, 7 hitters, Snyderwine, Catanzarite, and Phipps. First, Snyderwine, who is 0 for 2 with a fly out to right and a pop up to second. The first pitch to her here is hit, and it is going to be caught in foul territory on a pitch that jammed her in on the hands, and a quick one-pitch out, which is what Carroll wanted to avoid, obviously. So there is a quick out for Carroll, and now Carroll has just 2 outs to work with. Emily Catanzarite up now. As she takes the first pitch over the inside corner for strike 1. She has flown out to center and also walked, but was caught stealing in a rundown back in the 5th inning. So 0 for 1 with the walk, and she rips a single right up the middle there past the pitcher Strelick, and that will be a single for Catanzarite. And we'll see if that sparks a Carroll rally. It brings up Jackie Phipps, who is 0 for 2. She has struck out and also had a horrible bunt attempt that was caught by the catcher, Dormeyer, 2 feet from where she's standing now. So there is a runner on first with 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th for Phipps. And the first pitch is upstairs for ball 1. 1-0 count. Phipps is normally a pretty good hitter, but she has not looked very good today up at the plate, a little uncomfortable. The pitch is right down Broadway with the fastball for strike 1. A 1-1 count, and Phipps definitely could have hit that one if she pulled the trigger, but she could not bring herself to do it. She was locked up a little on the pitch, and she swings at that one, hard cut, and she fouls it off. So it is a 1-2 count now on Phipps with 1 out, and Catanzarite on first here at the bottom of the 7th, and Gallmeyer is going to walk the ball out to Strelick and give her a quick pep talk. That was not long at all. She's already on her way back. Phipps is going to step back into the batter's box. 1-2 count on Phipps. And Strelick into the windup. The pitch is fouled back. Another good cut at the ball. Just a little bit under it. So the count will remain 1-2. Strelick, Gubbard's already pitched the full 7 innings. It looks like Strelick's going to match that. But we'll see. As the 1-2 pitch to Phipps is up high, way up high. Good job by Gallmeyer to keep it from going behind her. And that will bring us to a 2-2 count on Phipps. As Strelick is already back into the windup, the pitch is swung on and missed by Phipps for her second strikeout of the game, and that is out number 2. Carroll is down to their final out, and Maddie Peterson is coming up again. She is again hitting for Autumn Zonker, who struck out in her only at bat. Peterson struck out in her first time up at the plate. So we'll see if she can keep the game alive for Carroll, who has not been able to muster anything off of Tori Strelick so far today. So she is going to take a moment here. Now she steps in, and the first pitch from Strelick is swung on and missed by Peterson for strike 1. So quickly falling behind 0-1. Peterson is a freshman and is more known for her pitching ability. The pitch is popped up to second, and the catch, and under it is Wills, and she will make the catch. So that will be the final here. That will end the game in a quick game, and the final score are the visiting Homestead Spartans 2, your Carroll Chargers 0. We'll be right back with your post-game show here on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You're listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Hello, Charger fans, and welcome back to your post-game show here on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. The final score here from the D.R. Gorsuch Athletic Complex was the visiting Spartans of Homestead 2, your Carroll Chargers 0. So they were shut out from a very good pitching performance from Tori Strelick, who, as the winning pitcher, went 7 innings, a complete game, allowing just 5 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. Her counterpart, Katie Gubbard, was a very good pitcher for Carroll, just not a very good 5th inning. As the losing pitcher, she also had a complete game, allowing 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, and just 1 strikeout for Gubbard. But both pitchers did look pretty good in the game. Allie Richard made a fantastic catch in the top of the 7th inning as she ranged to her right, dove over, and made a backhanded catch. Very good effort and a good, well-hit ball, but an even better catch. So let's go through the stats for Homestead. First, for Hillary Cartman, she went 0 for 4 with a ground out and 3 flyouts. Sarah Galovich went 1 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a double. Tori Strelick went 1 for 3 with a single and 2 flyouts. Kaylin Harrell went 1 for 3 with a single, a flyout, and a strikeout. Allison Gallmeyer went 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts and a walk. Jessica Schneider went 1 for 1 with a single, a walk, and a sacrifice bunt. Bailey Wills went 0 for 2 with a 0 for 2 with a groundout, flyout, and a sacrifice bunt, and she would eventually score the first run. Katrina Miller went 1 for 3 with a lineout, a single, and a run, and a pop-out to Schmidt at first. And Veronica Grote went 1 for 3 with a single and 2 groundouts. And for your Chargers, Heather Schmidt went 1 for 3 with a groundout, strikeout, and single. Mackenzie DePrunio went 0 for 2 with a lineout, a flyout, and a sacrifice bunt. Allie Richard went 0 for 3 with a flyout and 2 groundouts. Ashley Younger went 1 for 3 with a double and 2 flyouts. Danny Snyderline went 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts. Emily Catanzarite went 1 for 2 with a flyout, a walk, she was caught stealing after that, and a single. Jackie Phipps went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a bad bunt that was caught by the catcher Gallmeyer. Autumn Zonker went 0 for 1 in her only at bat, and then when Maddie Peterson came in to bat for her, she struck out and grounded out, so she went 0 for 2. And then finally, Brianne Hand went 2 for 2, the best hitter for Carroll, with a triple and a single. She got the third both times, but could not come around and score. So nobody on Carroll was able to produce any runs. The story of the game was definitely the pitching, which was very good from both Strelick and Gubbard. And some upcoming games for you here on CSBN include the game tomorrow. The JV boys also are taking on Homestead. I'll be calling that one with Chris Schutte. And then on Thursday, the girls will be making up their game with East Noble, but that one will not be broadcasted, as instead the boys' varsity game against Columbia City will be here on CSBN with Ian Davis and Nathan Weaver. And then finally, on Saturday, the JV boys again play against Snyder. They will be playing a doubleheader in that game. So that will just about wrap it up here. And the final score is, again, the Homestead Spartans 2, your Carroll Chargers 0. Thank you for listening here on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You've been listening to Chargers Softball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.